Hello everyone, my name's Katrina from the channel Little Book Owl, and today I have the absolute pleasure of interviewing Victoria Aveyard,
Hi.
of this series right here. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. This is fantastic.
Very excited, ready to have your brain picked?
Always.
Lovely. Okay, let's dive in. So what are you willing to tell us about Warstorm?
I am willing to tell you that they're like King's Cage. There's more than one POV. There's not two, there's not three, there's 5 POVs, and 3 of them are new.
Oh, that's very exciting. Oh, I cannot wait to see.
I know, and I'm really hesitant to say who they are because I really want people to have the experience of turning the page and seeing a name for the first time and just
being like, what?
Mostly I think of myself, and when I was reading Feast for Crows, the 4th Song of Ice and Fire book, and I turned a page and it said Cersei, and I just went,
No, I'm really looking forward to that. So that's very exciting to hear. What was it like saying goodbye to these characters?
It wasn't emotional in a bad way. I was very excited to bring their story to a close. Part of it was just the regular fatigue of writing a series. You want to get on to the next thing, you want to play in a new sandbox. But I didn't feel sad because I felt like I was giving them closure, and I was giving them the closure that they required as much as I wanted to give. So it didn't feel to me like I was leaving anything too open. I mean, obviously the characters who survive, a lot of them are quite young, so they have their whole lives ahead of them. And I think it's important to not bookend that too much. Some books end and they're like, and this is what the rest of their life is going to be like, and that's great. But for me, I want them to be able to have more adventures.
Oh, I like that. Very good to hear then. How do you get out of a reading slump?
Oh, a reading slump.
Dreaded reading slump.
And it's funny because I have the answer for writing slump, but reading slump, it's hard. You really just got to find something that sparks, and there's not really much you can do besides just ask for recommendations of books. And sometimes the pendulum swings so far in the other direction when you read something that is so good that everything else seems kind of dull in comparison. I don't know. I don't have the answer. I struggle with this myself. So at least we're all in that trench together.
Exactly. It is not a fun place to be. What are some of your favorite young adult adaptations?
Oh, adaptations. Well, I could have a debate with people about the fact that Lord of the Rings is technically YA.
Hey.
Because Frodo is a tween when it all starts, but I won't go into that. I love, of course, The Hunger Games is one of the big ones for me, and I grew up with Harry Potter, so watching that transition from middle grade to YA, I was like 9 when I read the first book, and I was 17 when the last book came out, and I was 21 when the last movie came out, so it really was my entire adolescence. That was fun. So I like to kind of hold that over the heads of everyone who's either older or younger than me. Like, it was for me. I went to Hogwarts, not you. I cried when I didn't get my owl. I also cried when Emma Watson was cast as Hermione Granger, and I remember I went to sleep like wishing I would wake up as her, and then I didn't. I was so upset.
Imagine that.
I know.
The dream.
I know.
Who would you want to cast in the Red Queen?
I cannot answer this question.
Ooh.
For several reasons. The first one is, I'm not a casting director, it's not my job, and I don't really know who the young up-and-coming actors are. All the ones I would know are like 30 or too old, or just too old in general, so it's like not terribly good to lean in that direction. Also, it can cause problems for the film production side. If I throw my weight behind a certain actor, and then the fans get tied to it, and the readers like that person, and then that person either ages out or can't do the job or whatever, and it can kind of turn them against whoever eventually is cast, so I don't want to do that. And I also don't want to affect you guys too much in the way that you visualize.
Yes. Okay, very fair answer.
I'm really practiced at that.
What is your favorite young adult genre?
Oh, fantasy.
Yes,
For sure.
Down.
For sure.
Agreed. What were you like as a teenager, and what did you like to read?
It was weird. But that's like my number one advice to myself is like all the stuff that just made you weird is going to make you happy later and successful, hopefully. What did I like to read? I read Lord of the Rings a bajillion times. I read a lot of Harry Potter. I watched a lot of television, stayed in on a lot of Friday nights, and was just kind of like awkward and socially unadjusted. I didn't really figure myself out until I got to college. I wasn't really aware of how to do makeup for a long time. I didn't really get into clothing until like senior year of high school. It was a little too late because I went to school in a really small town. So everyone you went to kindergarten with or people you graduated high school with, and by then everyone's pretty solidified. Yeah, so just consuming a lot of media in all forms, like really into Star Wars, really into Indiana Jones, really into like history and atlases and maps.
Oh, interesting.
And computer games.
Oh yeah.
I played a lot of The Sims. I shouldn't say past tense. I play a lot of The Sims.
It is addictive.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I had my core group of friends, and we were all super obsessed with Lord of the Rings, and one of them had like a shrine to Legolas and her grimoire. And we spent one of our New Year's Eves making videos with action figures.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
New Year's Eve.
That is amazing. That sounds like a great New
So
Year's Eve.
cool.
So I'm jealous.
Those videos are lost, and they will stay lost.
Damn it. That is very sad to hear. What YA read are you most looking forward to this year?
Oh God, I already read it.
You did?
I got an advance copy of Wicked King, the sequel to Crow Prince, and that was the one I devoured in 24 hours, like a dummy.
Oh.
And now I have to wait like 2 years for Queen of Nothing. And it doesn't come out until 2020.
Oh my gosh.
And I just want to. I'm like, Holly, I know where you live. We have the same agency. I will do whatever it takes to get my hands on this book first, and there's nothing I can do.
Oh.
I just have to stew in my own juices and wait.
So sad.
That was gross.
That's like the one really depressing thing about advanced copies. It's like, you have to wait even longer.
And I read an advanced copy of Crow Prince, too, so...
Oh my gosh.
I was already kind of ahead of the curve. And my roommate has also read Crow Prince, and I gave her Wicked King after I finished it. And she's also like, when are you getting the next one? When are you getting the next one? When are you getting the next one? I'm like,
oh, that is sad.
There's only so much I can do besides physically writing it myself. Which I would never do, Holly. It's 10,000 times better than what I would have done. Anyways, it's very good.
Well, that's great to hear. That's so exciting. What do you require for the perfect reading night in?
Oh, candles. Good lighting, but like soft good lighting, not like fluorescent brightness. Usually I'll be in like my bed, all bundled up. And maybe it's a little cold, so I can use a blanket, and I'll have my dog, who will be snoring on top of me probably.
Love it.
Yeah, she likes to sleep on necks.
Oh, my cat used to do that, except she'd sleep there and then she'd claw.
Oh, nice. My dog doesn't claw. Well, I mean, her claws are always out, but she doesn't really claw. She doesn't really bite. She just loves to be touching you at all times. She must be cuddling you, which is really sweet. But in the middle of the night, when like a 55-pound dog decides to just drop on you, it can be interesting.
Yes. Which literary character would you invite to dinner?
Literary character would I invite to dinner? I don't really know if I'd want to have dinner with Hermione because she's so smart, but I would love to thank her for making me feel okay for being the girl in class who was always putting her hand up until even the teacher was like, let someone else answer the question. And up till then I was like, oh no, I'm wrong for doing this, and then Hermione's the one saving the day, and I'm like, no, it's okay.
A-okay.
And I had the bushy hair too.
Love it.
Yeah.
She gave so many young girls confidence.
She really did.
Character for that.
I never had the teeth though, thank God, because I wouldn't have had the charm to fix my teeth.
Exactly. Who is your book boyfriend?
There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those, and I don't want to say most of them. I of course really enjoy Cardan in Crow Prince, but he's not a good boyfriend. He's like a keep you on your toes enemy friend. So that's not terribly healthy.
Probably not.
Oh my God, I really like Elias from Ember in the Ashes by Sabbath here. He's like a good, sturdy dude who will always put you first, which is nice. And then there's the OG. There's my boy, although he's kind of in the literary books, he's a brick across the board. But who doesn't love Legolas? Who doesn't love
Legolas.
Obvious Prince Legolas just saying things that are happening around you and explaining things for the audience? A diversion. Thanks, bud. Didn't know.
Not at all. I can't go wrong with Legolas.
No. Although I've heard, you know, when you're a girl, you love Legolas, and when you're a woman, you love Aragorn. And I feel that.
I haven't rewatched the movies in a little while, so I'll have to
maybe give it a B. Oh, an A or two. It's just we're
I'll
really into these rugged medieval types.
They're just so attractive. Can't go wrong.
They must have smelled horrible.
Oh yeah, don't even
Yeah,
think
tea.
about that. But that is all that I have for the question today.
Good question.
Thank you so very much
Thank
for joining
you.
me. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here in
Yay.
Australia.
I
Have you
know.
been enjoying it?
I have been loving it so far. Right now, we're in an office where we can kind of overlook the Harbor Bridge in
Oh, it's so
Sydney,
beautiful. I
and
just keep looking
sunset
up.
is coming down, and it's really beautiful. And I'm getting a nice tour of
Love it.
Melbourne,
Oh, that's
Sydney,
good.
Gold Coast.
Oh,
Making a list of all the places I want to go when I come back.
beautiful. Well, thank you once again for joining me today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Bye, thanks.
Bye.